So this shows the maturity of the economy and the direct beneficiary as an expert in finance are CAs.
करेक्ट सर, वेरी मच.
इस रेट में सीए बनने के बाद बेरोजगारी दर तो ना के बराबर है. मतलब आई हैवंट सीन एनीवन हु इज अनएम्प्लॉयड आफ्टर बीइंग अ सीए. बल्कि इवन जो हाफ सीएज होते हैं या जो सीए फाइनल्स में हैं, उनके पास भी इतना एक्सपोजर उनको हो जाता है कि दे कैन गेट एब्जॉर्ब्ड इन एनी इंडस्ट्री.
We can practice in FDI, FEMA. We can practice in IPRs, which is called the intellectual property rights. We can practice or specialize in insolvency. We can specialize in GST, goods and service tax. So all these things have emerged in last few years.
आज मैं स्ट्रेटजिक प्लानिंग करता हूँ, आज मैं बजटिंग करता हूँ. सो CA is not only doing the finance, the backbone of an organization. He is associated with each and every facet of an organization. Maybe today I am CFO. The next role would be there for me as a CEO.
गोलमाल है भाई, सब गोलमाल है. I am in dilemma. The specialization versus all-rounder. Which way I should go?
सर डायलेमा की बात आप कर रहे हैं. CA कैसा प्रोफेशन है?
आज सारी दुनिया दिवाली मना रही है और पटाखे फोड़ रही है, और हम CA स्टूडेंट्स किताबों से अपना माथा फोड़ रहे हैं.
मई नवंबर का चक्रव्यूह में मैं भी फंसा हुआ हूँ.
ये पिलो ऐसे ऐसे करते हुए ऐसे आ जाता था.
सीए फाइनल ने मुझे सिखाया कि फेलियर क्या होता है और फेलियर से उबर के कैसे आना है.
मैंने भी चखा है ये स्वाद. सक्सेस का मजा फेलियर के बाद ही आता है. आप एक बार फेल होते हो, देन यू रियलाइज व्हाट सक्सेस इज बेसिकली.
एग्जाम्स के बीच में शादी किया हूँ और उसी अटेम्प्ट में मैंने सीए क्लियर किया. प्रैक्टिकलशिप के बिना लाइक इस कोर्स को इमेजिन करना ही नामुमकिन है.
तो मैं एक इंसिडेंट नवंबर और मई के सिलसिले में सुनाना चाहूँगा कि नवंबर में कई बार दिवाली आती है. तो एक बार फाइनल एग्ज़ाम्स का टाइम था और आज दिवाली है और दिवाली के दूसरे दिन फाइनल एग्ज़ाम है और आज सारी दुनिया दिवाली मना रही है और पटाखे फोड़ रही है और हम CA स्टूडेंट्स किताबों से अपना माथा फोड़ रहे हैं. तो ऐसा कुछ अनुभव आप सबका भी रहा है?
जी हाँ, आपने सही कहा. ये मई नवंबर का चक्रव्यूह में मैं भी फंसा हुआ हूँ. आई रिमेंबर 3 साल में दिवाली नहीं सेलिब्रेट कर पाया था बिकॉज नवंबर में एग्ज़ाम्स होते थे फाइनल्स के. एंड आई टुक अ फ्यू अटेम्प्ट्स. तो उसमें ये चीज़ें हुई मेरे साथ. और सबसे एक्सट्रीम केस उस वक्त हुआ जब मैंने सीए फाइनल क्लियर किया. ग्रुप 2 एक्चुअली मेरा बाकी था, ग्रुप 1 मेरा पहले क्लियर हो गया था. तो नवंबर 2020 अटेम्प्ट क्या था कि वो कोविड के साए में हुआ. लाइक पहले एग्ज़ाम नवंबर में होने वाला था बट कोविड का कुछ सेकेंड वेव शायद आने वाला था या आ गया था. तो उसके चलते एग्ज़ाम्स वापस दिसंबर के लिए पोस्टपोन हो गए. और कोइंसिडेंटली मेरी शादी भी 1 दिसंबर 2020 को हुई. तो वो एक क्लैश हो गया. लाइक ऐसा था कि जिस दिन मेरी शादी थी उसके एक दिन के बाद डायरेक्ट टैक्स का मेरा पेपर था. तो सिर्फ दिवाली वाली बात नहीं, मतलब मैं तो एग्ज़ाम्स के बीच में शादी किया हूँ और उसी अटेम्प्ट में मैंने सीए क्लियर किया.
So Nitin, do you have any such memories?
Oh yes, very much. I'll show you something different now. I'll show you an act in fact.
Okay,
Now
okay.
can you help me with those pillows, yaar?
Okay.
Thanks a lot. So it used to be like this कि दिन में पढ़ाई चालू है, आज दिवाली है नवंबर के समय, भाई somehow मैनेज कर रहे हैं, पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, बस शाम होते होते ये पिलो ऐसे ऐसे करते हुए ऐसे आ जाता था एंड हम पढ़ रहे हैं ऐसे, जिससे वो आवाज़ में वो वाइब्स भी नहीं आए, जिससे कि हम बाहर पढ़ाई छोड़ के वहाँ जाके पटाखे फोड़ने लग गए. So that used to be the fact, you know. So this is what, thank you Rahul. So this exactly what used to happen with us. कि वो जो vibe है ना अपने को ऐसे drive करता था. And this study used to bring us somehow keep on our seat and hold ourselves because we cannot escape. We have a long way to go. Something very big is going to come and we just can't escape it, right? So that's what, that commitment, that sacrifice. You know, I think maybe the CA, whoever had designed the curriculum, the exam pattern has purposefully done this so that, you know, we learn to sacrifice, we learn to struggle, you know, because there's a long way to go, right? I'll tell you, I'll compare this with something else now. एग्ज़ाम तो पास कर लिए, ये सब हो गया एंड वी वर लाइक वेरी रिलैक्स नाउ. अब कोई टेंशन नहीं है, नो दिवाली, दुर्गा पूजा, कोई चीज़ का टेंशन नहीं. वी आर डन विद दिस. आई एम अ CA नाउ. आई विल गो एज पर माई वे ना. दिवाली बम फोड़ेंगे, कुछ भी करेंगे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. देन यू रियलाइज when you start your journey, you're traveling Mumbai, Delhi, Sydney, Australia, London, wherever across the world. You are asked to travel every now and then. What happens to your birthday celebrations, your anniversaries, your kids' birthdays, your parents' birthdays, anything, your marriage in the family, Diwali, Durga Puja, everything goes for a toss. Now you see a different struggle altogether, where you just cannot escape the work and be here to celebrate this. That in fact, I believe and I feel that is important. ये November and May अपने को ये नया चीज़ सिखाया कहीं, that we can accommodate and manage and handle any situation in life. These celebrations in which we have learned those sacrifices help us again to sacrifice the further celebrations in life, because there are much more bigger celebrations to come in your life when you reach and accomplish your dreams, right? So the CA curriculum in fact teaches all these things. Right? Everything is designed so beautifully. That's the dynamism of this profession.
I think when we all look back to our respective sacrifices, journeys, I'm sure deep within we feel कि those were worth it now at this stage, when we are enjoying the life and all. And I just happened to just see half CA series. There is a new series on CA struggle, half CA. I don't know whether all of you have seen or not, but it is worth seeing, and it connects with our respective struggles. And good luck to the makers of this series. We are able to connect our struggles with that. With this, let's move to Purushottam ji. Purushottam Prashar, he is a CFO of a company, so obviously he has got certain views on the corporate CA, the traditional.
Surendra, before moving to this, my role in not CA's role in corporate world, I just want to add something in this November and May curriculum. Basically, I see in some different perspective. This curriculum makes the people not to wait for a year. You have a chance, means two chance to appear, so that if you fail within 6 months, you again will appear. I got 1 or 2 chance of this, but this was in my back of my mind that कि यार बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा, बस 6 महीने भी कहाँ थे. एग्ज़ाम दिए, 2 महीने में रिजल्ट आया, फिर प्रिपरेशन and then again it schemes. So altogether we are compact and utilizing our time for the next term.
The flow is maintained, in fact.
So the flow is being maintained. So you are utilizing the time.
That's a
so
great
I'm taking in this way.
Very different perspective. Yeah? Very nice. We can connect that now.
So now move to CA's role in corporate world. As Nitin told earlier that you have to be an expert when you qualify as CA, so that you evolve yourself in a particular field. I completely agree and disagree on this also, because see why I'm agree, because you have to be expert. CA is the only profession where you could able to sit on both sides of the table, where CA an expert and another CA as an all-rounder. So how? Because we within the company are taking the help of these experts to get our work vetted. Because if you want to go at the helm of this profession, that is CFO or any equivalent post, then you have to be jack of all. As I did my CA and after joined this company, मुझे बहुत चांस मिला कि मैं डिफरेंट फील्ड्स को एक्सप्लोर कर सकूं, लाइक फिनांस, लाइक अकाउंट्स, then taxation in both means direct and indirect, again administration, then operations. So I have seen so many, and definitely the opportunity was there with me. My organization gave me those opportunity to explore myself. सो मुझे सारी चीज़ों में मिला. So I feel that I was a lucky person, but that helps me to grow at the helm of this profession, that is the CFO. So I am not an expert in all the fields, but I have a knowledge of each and everything, that maybe that merger, maybe that IBC code. But when I will go for IBC, I will take the help of Nitin because he is an expert in that. So
migrating to the top.
Right. So if you want to be in top, be at top, so you have to jack of all. You must know each and everything of accounts and finance. So why I'm saying this? Because CA is a profession where there are so many scopes within an organization. As I said, taxation is there, accounting is there, audit is there. So audit, CA doing the audit, CA getting done the audit. The auditor and auditee both part are there. CA एक ऐसा प्रोफेशन है जहां पर आप दोनों काम कर सकते हो. आपको अपने आप को एक्सेल करना है तो यू बी एक्सपर्ट. आपको अपने आप को यूटिलाइज करना है इन वेरियस फील्ड्स इफ यू कैन, तो आप उस चीज़ को भी कर सकते हो. सो मेरे लिए मेरी जर्नी अ डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड थी. सो मैं तो इस चीज़ को मानता हूं कि ऑलराउंडर CA होना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. बट apart from that, I will never disagree with Nitin because I am always taking the help of these type of experts to run our organization. When we want the second thought that whether I am correct or not, because I am not doing day in day out that job. He is doing that.
Very true, very true.
I am running the business. भाई CA होने के बाद आज मैं स्ट्रेटजिक प्लानिंग करता हूँ, आज मैं बजटिंग करता हूँ. So CA is not only doing the finance, the backbone of an organization. He is associated with each and every facet of an organization. Organization को next level में लेके जाना है. Maybe today I am CFO. The next role would be there for me as a CEO because I have handled each and everything. ये भी हो सकता है. But destiny knows where it lies. So for me, all-rounder is the perfect word for CA.
So I think now I am in dilemma, the specialization versus all-rounder. Which way I should go?
Sir, dilemma की बात आप कर रहे हैं. CA एक ऐसा प्रोफेशन है जो आज तक आदमी को डायलेमा में रखता है. मैं आज खुद भी डायलेमा में हूँ, बीइंग एन CFO, कि मैं नेक्स्ट में मैं क्या अपना प्रैक्टिस करूँ या नहीं करूँ. सो डायलेमा तो ऑलवेज रहता है.
But it gives so many choice.
लेकिन ये चॉइस आपको CA दे रहा है. That's why you are in dilemma.
Correct. Great. So both the perspective holds good in their respective context, and again it's an emerging, I think, a journey for all of us. So depending on where and what stage of our career, which organization, which industry we are in, we can be an expert as well as all-rounder. So journey to top, it propels us to be at the top of our respective career. So yes, thank you, and I think the time has come to move on to the next section.
Just to add on,
Yeah.
Before we move on,
Okay.
just to what
Interesting.
my dear friend Purushottam ji just now said, I will not disagree here. I totally agree with him. So just to add on to that, in fact, my journey when I started specializing, right, before that has been somewhat akin to his journey, right. I also tested different waters, right, different fields, where till the time I reached the level of a CFO, I also learned a lot of things in different spheres being a CA, right. So I totally agree that to reach a level of specialization where you can actually excel to do some specialization, you need to actually be groomed and grilled to that level. And that cannot happen unless you have actually went through a lot of ups and downs in different fields of, an organization, running an industry where you actually know how to manage various other things. So 100% in agreement with what he said. And in fact, it can only give you that confidence to specialize unless you are actually, what he said is 100% correct.
So I think if I have to summarize the discussion of last two sessions, it seems I have to say that one has to take care of their process and be expert in process as and when required, but the process helps us to grow further in our career. So friends, I think there's one very important element. The course is such that most of us at one stage or the other fail in CA. But the important thing is not the failure. The important thing this course teaches us as to how overcome that failure and then become successful on top of it. And therefore this experience has taught me a lot, resilience and how to deal failures further in life, you know. So what has been your experiences failure को लेकर के, आपके अनुभव कैसे रहे हैं?
रिगार्डिंग फेलियर लाइक मेरे लिए तो चीज़ें IPCC तक क्वाइट स्मूथ थी, बट CA फाइनल ने मुझे सिखाया कि फेलियर क्या होता है और फेलियर से उबर के कैसे आना है. लाइक वहाँ पे अगेन एक एस्पेक्ट आता है मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ का. होता क्या है कि जब मई का एग्ज़ाम का जब रिज़ल्ट जुलाई में आता है और अगर आप रिज़ल्ट में आप अगर फेल हो जाते हो तो आपके पास अगेन नवंबर अटेम्प्ट के लिए सिर्फ 4 महीने या 3.5 महीने का समय रहता है. उस पीरियड में आपको अपने आप को संभालना है, आपको रीग्रुप होना है, मेंटली प्रिपेयर करना है कि अब मेरा कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन क्या होगा अगले 90 दिन के लिए या 100 दिन के लिए. तो वहाँ पे अगेन आपका रेजिलियंस जो है, मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ जो है, आपके विल पावर, इसका एक बहुत बड़ा एग्जामिनेशन ये होता है. और अल्टीमेटली जब आप इस चीज़ को क्लियर करके निकलते हो, जब फेलियर से वापस एग्ज़ाम दे के आप पास होकर निकलते हो, तो आपको एक इनर पीस फील होता है. और जब आप रिज़ल्ट में पास देखते हो तो खुशी से ज़्यादा आपको रिलीफ मिलता है कि चलो दोबारा नहीं पढ़ना पड़ेगा. तो उसमें क्या होता है ना कि आपको चीज़ों को लाइक जो आपका मैच्योरिटी लेवल होता है, आप ज़्यादा ओवर रिएक्ट नहीं करते हो. फ्यूचर में ये जो ट्रेट है ये आपको हर सिचुएशन में काम होना सिखाता है. जैसे आप फेल भी हुए तो यू हैव टू बी काम, यू हैव टू रीग्रुप योर सेल्फ. और अगर आप अचानक से पास भी होते हो तो एट दैट टाइम ऑल्सो यू आर काम. तो एक मेंटल टफनेस को ये डेवलप करता है. एंड आई थिंक आई हैव बेनिफिटेड ह्यूजली फ्रॉम दिस. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल जॉब इंटरव्यूज़ का डर मुझे नहीं है क्योंकि मैंने फेलियर देखा है. तो अब अगर मैं कोई इंटरव्यू देने भी जाता हूँ तो आई डोंट फियर फेलियर. आई डोंट फियर कि मेरे को रिजेक्शन मिलेगा या क्या, बिकॉज आई हैव ओवरकम दैट. तो ये चीज़ें आपको फेल होना ही सिखा पाएगा. एंड आई थिंक it's a great learning.
Oh, wow, wonderful. That's a really good confident CA talking about the resilience and how to overcome a failure. What about you, Nitin? आपने इतनी सफलताएं चखी हैं, क्या आप भी फेल हुए हैं CA एग्ज़ाम में?
एकदम हुए सर, एकदम. एंड जब तक आप फेल नहीं होते हो यू कैनॉट सक्सीड, यू नो. सो आई शेयर सिमिलर थॉट with Rahul, you know, and just to add to that, what happened with me was very strange, but it's not strange with everybody. It's quite common. When I realized it's quite common, when I gave my finals, right, I was very much sure, overconfident that I have passed. I had given the best of my exams in the finals, but when the results came out, it was demolished and disheartened to a level that this cannot happen, you know. So this happens with most of us, and in fact this is the time when you should realize that yes, you have the potential still, nothing has gone wrong, nothing has gone out of your hand. Rebuild yourself, regain the confidence. You have still another 3 months, 3.5 months to prepare, come up with flying colors, you know. So failure in fact leads to the path of success. Take that path of success, try again. You may fail again, try again, you know. This journey from failure to success, I can assure each one of you here and the one who is viewing this, that in your times to come, when you are moving towards achieving your dream, you know, this failure or these failures will help you become a successful person. You know, when I say actually this failure will lead to success in your life.
Well said. Purushottam, what about you? I mean, you have, I think you have cleared the exams in quickest possible time. But have you tested that that dopamine which all of us has tested?
Definitely, Surendra. If you are being in this profession, so sometimes you have to taste this failure. हाँ, मैंने भी चखा है ये स्वाद. But as we all said and our forefathers said ना कि सक्सेस का मजा फेलियर के बाद ही आता है. So आप एक बार फेल होते हो, then you realize what success is basically. And we were talking previously that November, this, that. So our life cycle is also like that. First you have to go down, then you have to go up, then you have to go down, and then again you have to go up. पास करना ज़रूरी है in first attempt, that is good because you are a brilliant student. But अगर failure आती है तो you never let down yourself. You have a chance, another within 6 months, go up.
Wow, that's the spirit.
Surendra ji, I have this curiosity to ask you, you know, since the very beginning of this whole discussion, you used a word called life auditor. In fact, as you told that since July 23, you started a new journey and you named it as a life auditor. Can you just help us understand what is this concept of life auditor?
So the focus is on the process, like the organizations are having, you know, process driven approach for growth and consistent growth and achieving scale. So I believe that one thing common in the overall my journey of working with IAS officers, IPS officers in government, IRS officers, and in private sector, IIMs, IITians, CAs, doctors. So one thing was common, that what is it that you know, some people are more successful than the other. So I realized that that this is process, presence of process in a person. That means the person who is more successful is following some kind of a process in the life, maybe relating to how to handle failure, relating to the health processes, relating to relationship processes, how to handle relationship and how to focus, time management, decision making, some kind of a process or the other they are following. And you know, my interest in interpersonal skill is more, and at this point in time when you hit what you call midlife confusion or crisis, then you start thinking ki this is only one life, how to do something more fruitful for the society, for yourself and for your family. Then the time came when I had to leave the job and do something of my own. So this life auditor word came because my interest into life and the auditor by training. So if I have to explain you that by drawing parallel to some profession, I would say that like a doctor, where you know we visit a doctor and then the doctor prescribes certain tests, diagnosis, X-ray karao, blood test karao, and then we take those reports to the doctor back, and the doctor prescribes, clinically examines, correlate with the reports and tells us that this is your diagnosis and these are the medicines you have to take morning, evening and night for 7 days or 1 month, and then there are certain lifestyle changes as required in that particular disease or case, and then we follow the advice of doctors and we become fit, healthy, and we follow and our growth process and live our life well. Similarly, as a life auditor, I am trying to help people achieving their goals, guide them, and develop, question their existing processes and help them develop that roadmap and strengthen their processes through certain tools which I have devised basis this experiential journey. So this is self introspection. आत्म मंथन से ही सब कुछ निकलता है. First we have to manthan ourselves, understand what we are, where we are going, what are our dreams, what has been our journey, strength, weaknesses, skills. Same degree, but some people, some doctors for example, or some professionals, we take appointment for months. We wait for them to give us advice, whereas there are few where you can easily get those appointments. So the difference is in the skill and experience following up the process. That is what I am trying to do with helping people in building their career, their respective processes, and achieve their goals in their life as a life auditor, helping people, mentor them, coach them to achieve their respective goals in life with certain facts based process.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so beautifully explained. I mean, we all wish you from the core of our heart all the best in this journey of life auditor, and we do hope and expect that the people who are taking this guidance from you really do wonderful out of your the advices and suggestions, right? And take away the best out of you.
That's it.
थैंक यू. सो CA इसका आयाम इतना बृहद है, इसके जो इतना ज़्यादा ब्रेड्थ है, मतलब ऑप्शंस हैं CA के पास, और ये एक सीरियस प्रोफेशन के रूप में देखा जाता है. कई तरह का रोल अडॉप्ट करते हैं जिसमें वो एक्सपर्ट होते हैं फिनांस के, अकाउंट्स के, टैक्सेशन के, लॉ के, और अगर थोड़े से और इंटरेस्ट डिपेंडिंग ऑन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ अ CA वो ऑपरेशंस हेड करते हैं और HR भी हेड करते हैं, CEOs और स्टार्टअप्स ये सारे तरफ, और इसको नॉर्मली एक थोड़ा सा सीरियस प्रोफेशन ही माना जाता है. तो मैं इस बार डिस्कस करना चाहूँगा एक दूसरे एस्पेक्ट की CA के बारे में, क्योंकि वो भी हम लोग भी उसी दौर से गुजरे हैं जहाँ हमें बॉलीवुड से भी अच्छा लगता है, बॉलीवुड अच्छा लगता है, फिल्में देखना अच्छा लगता है, गाना डिपेंडिंग ऑन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ अ पर्सन, स्पोर्ट्स. मुझे जो याद आता है वो है गोलमाल फिल्म. तो गोलमाल फिल्म, अगर आई डोंट नो राहुल तुमने कभी देखी है कि नहीं, मगर पुरुषोत्तम, नितिन, आई थिंक यू माइट बी रिमेंबरिंग, जिसमें अमोल पालेकर साहब ने एक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट की भूमिका निभाई थी उस समय. और रिमेंबर वो गाना था गोलमाल है भाई सब गोलमाल है गोलमाल. और उसमें अमोल पालेकर एक सीरियस प्रोफेशनल के हिसाब से इंटरव्यू देने के लिए जाते हैं. तो बिजनेसमैन जो रहते हैं वो उत्पल दत्त साहब रहते हैं, तो उनका नाम अमोल पालेकर का राम प्रसाद रहता है. तो उत्पल दत्त को उनकी वो सीरियस वाली छवि बहुत अच्छी लगती है. कहीं उनको देखते हैं अमोल पालेकर को स्टेडियम में मैच देखते हुए फुटबॉल का, तो अमोल पालेकर को लगता है कि ये कैसे, मतलब ये तो काम का आदमी नहीं है, अगर वो सीरियस नहीं है तो तुम CA नहीं हो, ऐसा एक विचार रहता है. तो अमोल पालेकर जी डबल रोल प्ले करते हैं और राम प्रसाद लक्ष्मण प्रसाद बन जाता है, और लक्ष्मण प्रसाद बन के गाने भी गाता है और स्पोर्ट्स भी खेलता है. लेकिन जब ऑफिस में आता है तो उत्पल दत्त के सामने बेटा राम प्रसाद बन के आता है. तो ये एक पहला याद मेरा बॉलीवुड CA के बारे में. और दूसरा, मिस्टर इंडिया, बैंडिट क्वीन बनाने वाले बहुत ही ब्रिलियंट डायरेक्टर शेखर कपूर साहब भी एक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट है. तो CA के बहुत सारे आयाम हैं. राहुल, तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट क्या है अदर देन बीइंग सीरियस प्रोफेशनल CA?
जी हाँ, ये आपने एकदम सही कहा कि CAs को एक काफ़ी सीरियस प्रोफेशनल के रूप में जाना जाता है, और ऐसा एक धारणा है आम लोगों में कि मनोरंजन के लिए और कुछ नहीं करते होंगे और उनकी जो ज़िंदगी है सिर्फ काम में निकल जाती होगी. बट मैं इससे एग्री नहीं करूँगा, क्योंकि आई माई सेल्फ आई एम अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, बट उसके अलावा आई हैव फ्यू हॉबीज़ लाइक आई एम अ एविड स्पोर्ट्स लवर. आई फॉलो एवरी स्पोर्ट अपार्ट फ्रॉम गोल्फ. तो लाइक मेरे एक सर्टेन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम में यू कैन से कि सिर्फ पढ़ाई है, अगर एग्ज़ाम्स चल रहे हैं तो वहाँ पे कोई डिस्ट्रैक्शन नहीं चाहिए. बट नॉर्मली आई यूज़ टू वॉच स्पोर्ट्स, एवरी स्पोर्ट्स. आई यूज़ टू हैंग आउट विद फ्रेंड्स, लाइक वीकेंड पे हम लोग क्रिकेट भी खेलते थे आर्टिकलशिप के टाइम पे. और उसके अलावा लाइक हॉबीज़ में आई एम ऑल्सो अ फूड लवर, तो नई जगहों पे स्ट्रीट फूड को एक्सप्लोर करते हैं. तो हॉबीज़ हैं, मतलब वी आर ह्यूमन बींग्स, तो ऐसा नहीं है लाइक कि कोई हॉबी नहीं होती है CAs की. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आई विल ऑल्सो से कि ये भी एक पर्सन टू पर्सन वेरी करता है. लाइक कुछ लोग होते हैं सीरियस होते हैं, लाइक उनको घर में ही रहना पसंद है, तो उनका ठीक है, लाइक वो आपको हर प्रोफेशन में मिलेंगे ऐसे लोग. but CA in general are not a boring breed of people. It's not like that.
Oh, great. So that was good to know, Rahul. That has been really, I would say that insightful discussion into the course, and we have connected back after so long in the course. You know, जैसे लग रहा था कि हम अपने स्टूडेंट ज़माने में हैं, but the world has changed for good, and so also the course. It has kept pace with the requirement as always. Thank you, Rahul.
Yeah, thanks to you, Surendra ji, for inviting us to this session. It was a really fruitful discussion. Thanks again.
Thank you, Nitin, for being part of this show.
In fact, thanks to you, sir, for helping us share our views at this platform, and I really expect that the audiences, whosoever is listening, viewing this the show, will be benefited out of it and will serve as a fruitful module, you know, for them to come up with flying colors in the profession. Thanks to you, sir.
Thank you, Puru, for being part of this show, and it has definitely benefited a lot with your presence.
Thanks, Surendra. It is a privilege for me to be part of this discussion, and this profession is our life, and that makes our life. So again, thank you, Surendra.
So this is what the CA course and CA profession look like. We tried to have deep diving into the profession, various aspects and facets of CA profession. I hope that it has been helpful. Thank you being there, my dear audience. And as far as this opportunity is concerned, this is the century of India. The Indian growth story has so many things to come. The economic success, the world is looking at us. We have already become 5th largest economy of the world, and we are the biggest economy as far as growth is concerned. So very near, and in few years we will be 5 trillion economy, and as we expand, the role for CA becomes multifolded. More and more CAs are required to help country to grow and achieve that consistency and scale. Are you ready to be part of this Indian growth story? Are you? Thank you for listening to this podcast patiently, and I am sure there might be certain questions in your mind, as well as you would like to help us to improve further. So can you please help us with your takeaways of this discussion? You know, putting your remarks and advices into the comment box, it will be really helpful. Thank you once again.